Hi, and thanks so much for joining me, and thank you to those of you who have subscribed, and if you haven't, I would really appreciate it if you did. Today we're going to talk about how you can quickly and easily get your brows on with products that will stay all day. And this was a requested video. I've had people ask me how I do my brows. I've had people kind of stop me and say, hey, what did you do to your brows to make them look so natural? Because if you see my brows, and you will in a moment, there is a lot of hair missing in several places, from the insides to the middle to the ends. So I'm going to show you how I fill them in, how I get them to look natural with 3 products. And the first product is by IT Cosmetics, Build-A-Brow in Universal Taupe. And I use that with the IT Cosmetics Build-A-Brow Heavenly Luxe brush, which works really well with it. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Precisely My Brow by Benefit number 6 with that, and then finally the Glossier Boy Brow. And then if your brows are unruly like mine can be, you can go ahead with a wax product. I have a good brow. This brow does what I want it to, and this brow does whatever it wants to do. So I wrangle that one in kind of with the wax product called Brow Fix by Anastasia, and everything's been rubbed off. I've had this for a little while, so it lasts a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it's done. Okay, so we're going to start with the first product. It is a Build-A-Brow by IT Cosmetics in Universal Taupe. And it may look a little bit light for me, but it will just build a nice base, and it will also kind of set the hairs, and then I'll build color as I go. So I just take it on this brush. This is by IT Cosmetics as well. And it is the Heavenly Luxe brush. It has a nice tip on it. It's a little bit, as you can see, kind of got little nicks in it to mimic hair, and then it also has a nice spooling on the other end. So I'm going to take some of the product, and I'm going to dab it in there, and I'm going to rub off the excess so I don't have too much. So I'm outlining the bottom and the top. And then I go down at the arch. I start in the middle because I wanted to deposit the most product right here in this area, and then down the sides, and then the least amount of product is deposited towards the front. And then I'll brush in upward strokes like this to kind of disperse the product. And then also at the top, I take the pigment down. Then I'll turn the brush at an angle, at a perpendicular angle to the ground, and then brush up again the product. That provides a nice shape to the brow, and also gives me a format in which to fill in later with a pencil. If you see any areas that look sparse, then go ahead and just take some more of the Build-A-Brow on the brush and fill in. Okay, now that I have the overall shape that I'm looking for, I'm going to go ahead and take a pencil. This is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit, and it is in the shade number 6. And it has a nice fine tip on it. And I'm just going to make little hairs. So you can see that the base is a little bit warm, but then this is a very cool color in terms of the pencil, so it'll add some dimension. I'm missing some hair in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill it in with the light strokes. Then if it looks a little bit too dense in some areas, take the spoolie end and go ahead and brush through. Again, upward motions here, and then downward motions from the top in this area, and then straight down the arch this way. Then finally, I'm going to take this product. I need a new one. It's the Glossier Boy Brow. And it's my favorite at this moment in terms of setting my brows. And it's this nice teeny tiny little brush, which I like. And I'm just going to go in upward motions at the middle, well, not the middle, upward motions at the inside part of my brow towards my nose. And then as I get towards outside, brush down. And then take the ends and kind of just gather those little hairs and brush them together. Again, always remember you have a spoolie to help correct anything that may have been too thick, too heavy, and just thin it out. If you notice that your brows are looking weird, it might be because of this section right here. Because if this area is too heavy, that's when the overall brow looks heavy. So you can start to add more color in the middle and then towards the end there. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other brow. And here we are with the completed brows, and as you can see, they are natural looking. They match my hair color as close as possible, and they're definitely not something that you notice as off or looking kind of funny, because brows are a strange thing. If you get them right, then you don't notice them. What you do notice are the features on your face, and it's funny because if you get them wrong, it's kind of the only thing that you notice, and they're distracting. If you feel like you learned something, if you learned how to do your brows quickly with these 3 products, please let me know how it worked out for you. And I would love to hear anything that you would like for me to do. Go ahead and leave me some comments below. I'd love to do that for you. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you.